Failure analysis, learning from unsuccessful launches. Failure analysis, learning from unsuccessful launches. Launching a new product, service, or project can be a daunting task. It requires a significant investment in time, resources, and money. However, success is never guaranteed, and many new ventures fail. For various reasons. Failure can be frustrating and discouraging, but it can also provide valuable insights and lessons. Failure analysis is a process that examines the reasons for failure and identifies areas for improvement. It is an essential tool for learning from unsuccessful launches. The importance of failure analysis. Failure analysis is a critical part of the product development process. It helps companies to understand why their launches were not successful and how they can improve their chances of success in future. Failure analysis can be used to identify design flaws, technology limitations, market factors, and other issues that contributed to the failure of the launch. One of the primary benefits of failure analysis is that it allows companies to learn from their mistakes. Success is often built on a foundation of failures. As such, understanding what went wrong in failed launches can help companies avoid making the same mistakes in future launches. Failure analysis can also provide organizations with the confidence to take risks and pursue innovative ideas. Now they have a process in place to learn from any setbacks. Conducting failure analysis. The failure analysis process involves several steps, with each step providing a deeper understanding of the reasons for failure. Below are the critical steps involved in failure analysis. 1. Define the problem. The first step in failure analysis is to define the problem. Companies need to understand what constitutes a failure and what specific metrics they are measuring. For example, a launch may be considered a failure if it did not meet revenue targets, if it received poor customer feedback, or if it was unsuccessful in gaining market share. 2. Collect data. The next step is to collect data to understand the reasons for the failure. Companies can gather data from various sources, including customer feedback, market research, sales data, and internal repo. RTS. The data collected should be detailed, specific, and relevant to the problem being analyzed. 3. Analyze data. Once the data has been collected, it needs to be analyzed to uncover the root cause of the failure. Data analysis can be done using various techniques, including statistical analysis, trend analysis, and peer benchmarking. During this phase, it's important to remain objective and avoid jumping to conclusions. 4. Identify the root cause. After analyzing the data, it's time to identify the root cause of the failure. The root cause is the underlying issue that led to the failure. Root cause analysis is essential to ensure that companies are not just treating the symptoms of a problem but are addressing the root cause to prevent it from happening again. Multiple factors may contribute to the failure, and each must be analyzed to identify the root cause accurately. 5. Develop an action plan. Once the root cause has been identified, the next step is to develop an action plan to address the issue. The action plan should detail the steps that need to be taken to resolve the problem, including timelines, responsible parties, and metrics for success. 6. Implement the action plan. The final step is to implement the action plan. This step involves putting the plan into action and monitoring its progress. It's important to track the results of the action plan to understand its effectiveness and make adjustments where necessary. Examples of failure analysis. Many companies have used failure analysis to improve their launches. Let's take a look at some examples of failure analysis.